Who? Who's Steve? You over the patient? Who's speaking there?
From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Second and 3 now. Receiver in motion, headed right. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. He gets 6 on that play, and that's good for a Bills first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Slot man in motion left. Allen now on 1st down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Allen from the gun here on third. Complete to Shakir. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throw for Allen. Buys time, rolling right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Again, Allen to the air. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Allen on third down. He's on the move. That's caught for the first. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Bass now to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Panther Street, Panther Street.
They motion the tight end over. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To throw here on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Back to throw now. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Ready? Ready?
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Set! Hut, hut.
Pass play coming here. They connect for the first. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
Let's go!
Throwing it again here. Brought in close to the 8. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Check! Hey! Hey! Hey, check that! Check that! Street! 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 Ready?
From the gun, Taylor. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He gets 2 there, and it sets up 2nd and goal from the 5.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Big alert! Big alert! Go!
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
19 Tigers! Go, Rick! Go! Hey! Smash Bronco! Go, Street!
Putting a receiver in motion.
Check go!
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts finish off their opening drive. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts start off well to tie things 7-7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Receiver in motion, going left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Alert! 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 Attack!
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Brought in right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. They just get the play off. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They start out 2nd and 10. Allen gonna throw again. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw again, it's Allen. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it at the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Back to throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Check smash! Check smash! Hey, smash!
Man in motion here. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
3rd and long for him here. This one finds Taylor. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them Well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Go!
This might be a free play for him. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Check, Bobcat! Check, Bobcat! Hurt, hurt! Go!
They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Third and 4 coming up now. They send a man in motion. Shotgun now on third down. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a second quarter lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
56, 56! What's that?
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. And it's the Bills facing 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. That was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
kick the running back in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go. Allen. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Jones has got it. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10.
Set. Buffalo 18.
From midfield now. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Warrior 70. And up.
He'll throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Set. Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Raptors, 18 Raptors.
They're throwing it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Set up. Hand the street, hand the street. Check, hurt, hurt. Riggs, Riggs. Hut, hut.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Ready.
Looking to the air here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts double their lead to 14. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And now the Bills offense staying out. They're going to go for 2. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Let's go now.
They'll throw on 1st. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 34. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bills get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Hey, hold. Attack!
First down throw for Allen. That one's complete, right side. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Allen now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Second and 6 coming up here.
Hey, tight. Attack!
Throwing it just before halftime. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Bills tied a game on the half's final play. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
The kick is good, and we're looking at an entirely different game now here at halftime as they've taken the lead on that final play. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And look at this return. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Hey, check that. Street. Here we go.
Pierce motioning right. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Third and just 2 to go.
Go, trap. Go! Hurt!
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing deep for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Set.
Pass play now. Taylor makes the catch. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
A gain of 5 yards. It's fourth down and less than a yard.
They're going Taylor. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
Let's go.
Slot man motioned over. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his man, downs. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Running for the marker on second. And they take him down right along the 30. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Hurt. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Ready.
First down, and they go right back to him. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Street. Go.
Taylor now up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Bronco switch. Let's go now. Check. Bobcat. Panther Street. Low. Check go.
Taylor again. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got it. Ready?
Second down now, 7 to go.
Check. Hurt. Hey, check that. Street. Hook.
Hand off to the back. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take the lead right away in half number 2. Now the Colts leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point
19
conversion.
Tiger. Go check.
They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. It's fielded but not returned from the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Finds his back complete. Again, he's got room. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills grab the lead on their first series of the half. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills take a slim 2-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now a handoff to Taylor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Go, Reed, go!
So we're through 3 here. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. They've got 1st down from the 31.
60 Maverick. Here we go, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready, ready?
They'll try and throw it here. Caught by his back. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Check smash, check smash. Rig alert, rig alert. Ready?
2nd down carry for Taylor. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
He'll look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Street, street. No street.
On first down, they'll run. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Another carry for him. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. 2nd and 13. Finds Kincaid. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Play action now. Allen bails out of the pocket quick. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Alert, alert, alert!
Desperation time here on fourth. He finds Kincaid. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Bills down by only one. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He'll look to throw it. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's third down.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
To throw. He has the first over the middle. And that one's going to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Dumped off to his running back. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills push their lead to 6. Bass now to kick this away. And this won't be a return. It's going to be a touchback, but because it hit in the landing zone first, Brock, per the new rules this season, the ball comes out to the 20 and not the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready? '60 Bobcat! '60 Bobcat!
Here he is to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
The time is there, but the timeouts are not. You've got to be smart. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. He just throws this one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Hands are 11. Hands are 11. Check smash. Check smash. Ready, ready?
Setting up to pass. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throwing now. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running this one left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Running out of the Wildcat. Nick Cross on the stop. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Buffalo.
So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D,
it is-
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the 2nd half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life with that.